Oh, sorry for that. I'm just reading something. And yeah, reading is such a hard habit to break. And when I came here with a student visa, I've read a lot of Japanese books, both related in caregiving and in related in other forms of written entertainment. I've studied Japanese caregiving here in Japan in a Japanese college for 2 years, and words will never be enough to describe the dullness I felt during class. It's a real struggle trying to appear attentive and keep up with the teacher's words at the same time. I always had a throbbing headache every after class, and we have 4 classes in a single fucking day. So, as you can imagine, I was a walking dead after school hours. However, there are some topics that really piqued my interest at class, and one of those are the types of nursing homes this country has. Before coming to this country, I thought that all nursing homes here are all the same. It never really occurred to me how complex and varied the elderly care system of Japan is. Its complexity is outrageous. For those of you who want to work here as a care worker, knowing what kind of facility you'll be working in may give you a good grasp on how your facility works and what kind of people they offer service to. So in today's video, we'll be talking about some of the common nursing facilities here in Japan, their differences, their similarities, and the like. Don't forget to click that like button. This would be a bit complex, but you're smart, so let's begin. To better understand the differences of the caregiving facilities here in Japan, one should be familiar with this. Or in English, nursing care levels. Every elderly who wants to avail of the caregiving services of this country should undergo a series of tests and reviews done by experts and medical professionals. It's a very complicated matter and I wouldn't talk about it here further. The result of such screening would determine your nursing care level. Your nursing care level would dictate what kind of facility you can be admitted into and what kind of services, both free and otherwise, will be offered to you. There are 5 nursing care levels. The highest is level 5 and beyond that is heaven. If you want to know more about this nursing care level, I've made a video about it. I made a video about it. I left a link in the description down below. Check it later after you watch this video, okay? In the meantime, I think this table would suffice. The nursing care system or the elderly care system here in Japan is divided into 2 categories: the home service and the facility service. A service that is offered within your residence, either partly or entirely within your residence, is called. On the other hand, a service that is offered or can only be offered within a facility is called easy, right? Today, we will focus here. If your elderly doesn't go home at the end of the day, more likely than not, they are being offered the facility service. And the nursing homes or the caregiving facilities under this type of service are group home, care house, Tokuyo, Roken, group home. Or in Japanese, Nintisho Group Home. Or in hardcore Japanese, Nintisho Taiyo-gata Kyodo Seikatsu Kaigo. It's a bit mouthful, but you can transliterate it into this: a care provided in a type of communal living that deals or copes with dementia. That is, a group of people living together in a shared home, thus group home. Just imagine a big brother house but all its residents are old people and have dementia. Now that's something I'd like to watch. Every caregiving facility in this country has its goal, or in Japanese, mokuteki. For group home, that's to provide a familial, communal living space where the elderly can continue to live a familiar life while receiving care for 24 hours, 365 days. Now, the important thing to remember is that even if a group home provides a shared living space, all residents have their own personal bedroom. And the only thing that these residents share are the toilets, kitchen, the living, and dining areas. However, the unique feature a group home has is its expensiveness. No facility is 100% free, but group home stands above them all because although the nursing care insurance covers a portion of the expenses, that portion is minute. And all, I mean all expenses from room rent, food, snacks, gas, water, electricity, haircut, everything is paid by the residents' own money. An elderly with a nursing care level of 1 and above can be admitted under the services of a group home, and the maximum number of residents a group home can have doesn't exceed 9 people per unit or per floor. Care house. Care house, or in Japanese, Keihi Rojin Homu. Care house is somewhat the opposite of a group home in terms of expenses.
But why?
Well, as you can see, these characters mean light and expenses. A care house aims to provide care to the elderly in a comparatively cheap place where they can live in a cheerful and lively environment. Just like group home, all residents in a care house share almost everything except for their private rooms. Although there are some unique instances where the resident can live or can reside in a care house with his or her spouse or another family member. The unique feature of a care house is, you guessed it, its cheapness. But why is it cheaper to reside in a care house? Well, there are actually 2 reasons for that. 1. The facility or the care house itself is subsidized or financially supported by the Japanese government. 2. The expenses and fees of the resident are adjusted based on that resident's or that resident's supporting family members' household income. Low income means low facility expenses. Tokuyo. Tokubetsu Yogo Rojin Homu, or Kaigo Rojin Fukushi Shisetsu, which is commonly known by its nickname Tokuyo. A Tokuyo is a caregiving facility that aims to provide continuous professional care 24 hours, 365 days to a bedridden or demented elderly who finds it difficult to receive caregiving services at their residence. The facility's name literally means Special Nursing Care Elderly Home. I've actually made a video about Tokuyo. I've left a link in the description down below. You can check it after watching this video, okay? There are 2 types of Tokuyo, the unit type and the traditional type. The unit type provides private rooms exclusive to a single resident, much like group home and care house. The traditional type also provides private rooms, but for the most part, they offer 4 bed rooms, or a room with 4 beds inside it. 4 bedrooms. 4-bedrooms. It's a room with 4 beds in it. Oh my god. Basically, it's a room where a maximum of 4 people can occupy. It's a bit cheaper than the private rooms of a care house, but there's little to no privacy. If one dumps a really smelly shit, then the other 3 can bask in its smelly glory. A Tokuyo has 3 unique features. It's a public caregiving facility, which means part of it are government-owned, which means it's relatively cheaper compared to the other facilities featured on this video. It's commonly considered as an elderly's place of living. It's a fancy way of saying that once an elderly gets admitted in a Tokuyo, they will spend the rest of their days inside the Tokuyo. As such, death watch is a common occurrence inside the Tokuyo. Being admitted to a Tokuyo may take time, a lot of it. That's because an application for a Tokuyo admission is on a first-come, first-served basis, and a typical Tokuyo is almost always full. However, one should have a nursing care level of 3 and above to be considered admissible in a Tokuyo. Roken. The Kaigo Rojin Hoken Shisetsu, or Roken, is the half-brother of Tokuyo. Unlike Tokuyo, which provides care for life, Roken aims to provide care and rehabilitation to its elderly residents to enable them to return home and reinstate themselves in a Japanese society. Tokuyo promotes peaceful life until death. Roken promotes self-reliance and independence. As a facility, Tokuyo and Roken are almost identical. Same goes to the residents' nursing care levels. However, the unique feature of a Rokan is this. You can see those inside the Tokuyo either in a unit type or a traditional type. As rehabilitation is the main focus of a Rokan, expect to meet physical and speech therapists. So yeah, those are some of the facilities under the facility service branch of the Japanese nursing care service. We have the group home, care house, Tokuyo, and Roken. I really hope I didn't bore you and you learned something from this video, especially those who are planning or currently working in a caregiving facility here in Japan. I hope now you know what kind of facility you're working at. If you enjoyed this video, kindly leave a like, comment, and of course, share this video with an interested friend. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? Please subscribe for more videos about caregiving here in Japan. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye! The types of nursing homes, discountry. To better understand the differences between a care house aims to provide care. A care house aims to provide care. Of course, it provides care. It's a care house. Roken.